Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about RC4WD TF2 utilizing a A&M Garage transfer case slash skid mount. Of course the skid plate gives you extra ground clearance. It does this by raising the transfer case up substantially. It really does make a difference in ground clearance. This truck is here. I am doing a conversion of it. They wanted a TF2 just like mine, twin of the TF2 I run. So that's what this is. They got axles coming. I got all kinds of stuff coming in working on this truck. This tape here, kind of ignore it. What it is I have it marked out for the ESC where exactly I have to mount it. I unmounted it and did some stuff just to do this video because I'm getting a ton of questions on the installation of this transfer case mount and the actual overdrive conversion between non-overdrive and overdrive. So we're going to talk about all that real quick. This is not a real install or how-to video, but I will tell you, I always run the battery forward. Okay, it works with the interior I have. I run a 3S 3200 or a 3S 3000 pack, and it works flawlessly in this truck. There's a lot of question in regard to mounting the transfer case. Whenever you get to the kit, you'll see this slot in the battery. Whenever you flip, because all TF2s come factory with a battery in the back. So you flip this, it lines right up with holes. You mount it down, perfect, off you go. Whenever you do that, you'll see this battery strap hole is the exact same length as this one. You can't see all this one because the screw comes up through it. It's pre-done for you. As well as you see this hole that's right here. It is directly in line with this one. So they are factory holes in the skid plate that go through the chassis. The hole you see here is the one some people get confused about and get concerned about. The easiest way of doing this. Now A&M provides, as you can see, there's a spacer underneath that side. It's a 2-hole spacer, and there's also a spacer on the front. You can just barely see it there. And that is to give you the proper alignment for your intermediate shaft. So what you want to do whenever you get this kit, forget about the transfer case. Don't even worry about it. Whenever you get this kit, take this, bolt it through here, and bolt it through here. I would recommend doing this without the spacers included. Okay, leave them out for this. After you do that, bolt them 2 screws down. That is going to give you a guide for your drill bit. What you're going to want to do is take your drill bit, drill just slightly. You're not drilling through this because there's threads underneath that hole you're drilling. This hole is not originally there. So you're just drilling the battery plate. That's it. So what you're going to want to do is start your drill bit in, pull the drill bit out, make sure you have an indent for a center punch, essentially is what you're doing for that drill bit. Then take everything apart. Take the battery plate off the chassis, set it on a block of wood, set it somewhere else, and continue drilling your hole. Drill the hole, clean the hole up so you don't have any burrs on it to knock anything out of alignment, and then bring the battery tray back, place it back on the chassis, and then install your spacers, and everything will bolt together, and you will be 100% perfect with installation of that. Doesn't matter if you're in the forward battery tray position or if this flips around and you're in the back battery tray position. Either way, you will do the exact same setup. Okay? Now that that's out of the way, of course, we are forward battery mounted, and that's what this is going to pertain to. Overdrive. I get so many questions on overdrive and how to redo overdrive. I find a lot of RC4WD vehicles now, everyone has the A&M Garage stuff on them, which is absolutely amazing. That's terrific to see. That's quality parts out there, people. But at the same time, I'm finding a lot of people receiving the trucks that A, don't really know what A&M Garage is, or B, they're just not certain how to do certain things with it. So today's one of the biggest questions I get asked is, how do you undo overdrive in one that they bought used? At the same time, we're going to cover how you do overdrive in the first place. We're going to take this one. Right now it is set up for non-overdrive. We're going to take it from non-overdrive. I'm going to convert it to overdrive, and then from overdrive back to non-overdrive again. So you're going to see all phases of this setup. All right. Keep in mind, I'm not going to undo and redo the anti-rat bar. It's just added time that is honestly self-explanatory. You literally take, right now this anti-rat bar is set up for non-overdrive. You're going to find out why there's a difference as soon as I do this flip for overdrive. When you go into overdrive, the anti-rat bar mount is now going to be on the driver's side of the vehicle. This is going to take and flip. Okay, you're going to take it, 180 it, put it here, do the exact same setup, and do the exact same thing on the rear where it mounts to leaf springs. All right, that is the exact setup you're going to do. All you're going to do is take everything and flip them. It is self-explanatory. If you do need a video or you would like to see it done, please let it in the comments. I'm definitely not against doing it for you. So now that that is done, well, let's dig in. Okay, right now, like I say, we are set up for non-overdrive. So first thing we're going to do is flip this over and we're going to expose the bottom. Now you can see I did prep this. I took some of the screws out so that I'm not sitting on here turning wrenches the entire video. Also, the way my camera is set up and the way things are for me, it is a pain in the rear end to try to work and do videos for you guys. I love doing these types of videos, but sometimes it's not ideal. And right now the setup I got, as soon as I get this place that I'm in right now finished for doing video stuff, things are going to get a whole lot better. So until then, bear with me, my friends. So we get that exposed. Now an easy way whenever you get a truck, and I can even throw this back on just to show you, I guess I should explain this. If you pick up a TF2 and you are not positive what you're getting, if it's in overdrive or non-overdrive, the simplest way to know is if the drive shaft comes off the exact same sides. Right here is the intermediate shaft, okay? If it comes off both sides opposite of the intermediate shaft, that truck is set up for non-overdrive. It looks exactly like this, okay? Both shafts coming off the opposite side of the intermediate shaft. That is what you have, non-overdrive. While we have this upside down, we're going to go ahead and take our pins out of the intermediate shaft. Now we can leave the front pin alone. We don't need to touch that one. So that pin is out. The front drive shaft pin is out. The rear drive shaft pin is out. We're going to go ahead and remove both front and rear drive shafts. Okay, so there's that one. There's that one. And now we're just going to go ahead and flip the truck over. We're going to undo the two screws that hold the transfer case in from the top. It is extremely important to put the correct length screw in the transfer case. You never ever want to put too long of a screw in this transfer case. Okay, now we have the transfer case out. Now you're going to see I only have one screw holding it together. That's all I need to do this demonstration. There is 6 screws total that hold this together. They are a 1.5 millimeter wrench. So we're going to go ahead and take this screw out. Okay. All right. Now, before I do this, you're going to see, remember, keep in mind right now, this is set up for non-overdrive. So we have the hole, you can see the shaft in the back. All right. As it stands right now, you know, you have the side of the transfer case that has the 2 holes in it. Non-overdrive, okay, the shaft is coming out the side without the 2 screw holes in it. All we're going to do to make this overdrive is pull this off, okay, and we're going to take this shaft and flip it. You can see both bearings stayed on it. That's all that's on that side. So we flip that shaft, all right, push it back in there, and reinstall our cover. Now we're in overdrive configuration. The shaft is coming out the side with 2 screw holes. We're going to take and install 6 screws. Mind you, in this video demonstration, we're only doing 1 just to hold it together. And also recommend some light amount of blue Loctite on everything whenever you do this for your final assembly. So now that's done, we are going to take, and as you can see, the front drive shaft always comes off the same side. It has to. It has no choice. So whenever we flip that, that is still the same. So we're going to take and hook up this intermediate shaft. All right. And we're also going to utilize, now it's important whenever you do drive shafts, especially like these ones. These you can take and phase. You need to make sure you properly phase the drive shaft. So we take that and we go ahead and pin the front. You can also pin the rear one. Okay. And then we're going to take and flip the truck. As you can see, that lines up our screws for the top. And that is overdrive configuration. It's that simple, folks. Okay. Now, I can't put this drive shaft in at all. As you can tell, that's what I was talking about. Whenever you do overdrive, you must be on the driver's side of the truck with your anti-wrap. Okay? Non-overdrive, you will be on the passenger side of the truck with your anti-wrap. So, and of course, that is, you can see right here what I'm talking about. So, opposite sides tells you straight off, one drive shaft coming off here, one drive shaft directly in line with your intermediate shaft tells you that you have an overdrive configuration. Overdrive in this truck is extremely aggressive when flipping the transfer case. You'll find a lot of motors, a lot of combinations do not like it. So we're going to go ahead and flip it back around now. So if you are somebody that opens this up and finds, hey, I got a truck in overdrive, let's undo it. This is your spot. It's the exact same formula as we just showed. It's simple as can be. Undo your drive shafts. Keep in mind, every time you do this, if you're doing this on your own truck, you need to be Loctiting it. I got to undo all this again because we got a different intermediate shaft coming. So make sure you're Loctiting, friends. Okay, flip the truck over, undo the top transfer case screws. Should have two of them. I only undid one because this was just demonstration. We're back to our transfer case again. Okay, 1.5 millimeter screw. Like I say, there's 6 of these. So take the transfer case. As I said before, overdrive configuration, your intermediate shaft, your single shaft is coming out the 2-screw side. Okay, we're going to take that, flip it and reverse it. Some of you guys will get that. Voila. Okay, non-screw whole side output shaft. So we're going to take and put our screw in. And quite frankly, for temporary purposes, I'm just going to do the same one again because this video is getting a little on the longer side. So just to maintain a nice timeline, we are going to put it back in here. So, of course, whenever you do it this time, you want to make sure both drive shafts go on the same side of the transfer case. That would be your non-overdrive. So, at that point, we take and put our intermediate shaft in. Now, I always find it best to at least put the intermediate shaft in because, quite frankly, that helps you hold the transfer case in place while you screw it from the top. You don't have to do the other drive shafts at the same time. It's totally up to you. No matter what, you got to come back down to the bottom anyway to complete your installation of the skid plate. So it's totally up to you. So and we're back again. All right. So of course we phase your drive shafts every single time. Slide that one into place. Phase the rear drive shaft the exact same way. Slide it into place. And voila, folks. Non-overdrive. Okay. That is all there is to it. Put all your screws back in, put your skid plate back together, and you are ready to rock. Either overdrive or non-overdrive. Just remember, flipping your anti-wrap bar, and you're good to go. I hope this helps a lot of people out, and if you have any questions at all, please feel free to drop them in the comments section. I'm happy to help and assist in any way I can. So, you folks all have a good one. Look forward to the next video, and take care, stay safe. Hope all is well in your area. See you later, friends.